Hey guys, BV Matson here, making more progress on the CL350, changing gears from the whole spark plug removal, taking a break on that, letting that soak. But for now, we want to keep digging into things. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to actually get this chain guard off, and also we'll get the little toolbox out today as well. This can be really tricky if you don't approach this the right way. This chain guard really frustrated me on my CB350 project. But I see the trick. I see how to do it way, way more simply than what I did the first time. So I'm going to show you that today. But first, we got to get this the little toolbox out of the bike. Let's do that right now. All right, to get the toolbox out, there's actually just two bolts, one on each side, or two on each side. So we're just going to take these out. Luckily, these are free rolling. There is a locking washer on these as well. So just be sure to keep your bolts. This other one's a little tricky, but I recommend using a wrench on this one. There's one down below, which you probably can't see, but I do recommend just use a wrench because you can't really get to it. It's easier to get the chain guard off if you get this toolbox out of the way first. There's a really tricky connection underneath there, so we need to open up some space. So again, you won't believe it, but I'm actually just using a 10 millimeter wrench to pull these bolts out. So again, just if you don't already, hang that 10 millimeter wrench around your neck and take it everywhere you go, because chances are, no matter what you're working on these bikes, it's going to be a 10 millimeter. Get my big fingers down in here, see if I can turn that by hand. No, got to keep working this a little bit with the old wrench here. Again, there's a little locking washer on here. You don't want to lose these. Just keep pulling this off. Long-winded one down here. For some reason, it feels a lot longer than the other one, just because it's at a really awkward angle. There we go. Popped right out. We've got that right there. Let's switch to the other side. Take the other side out. Both of these on this side, really, really easy. Just to take your ratchet, 10 millimeter socket, and just pull these out. They should come out a piece of cake. And then we're going to see a little culprit back here that should help us get access to a real troublesome bolt on the chain guard. So there's that one. We've got our locking nut. We don't want to lose that. And just let's take out this other one. Really, really straightforward here. So nice when the bolts actually come out. Had to kind of lick my wounds from that previous video. I thought for sure I was going to have it. But there you go. Once you take those bolts out, the little toolbox pops right out as well. I was really stoked to see that the door is still in place here. This will actually sandblast up really, really nicely. Probably put this for sale on the eBay. So let's turn our attention here to the chain guard right back there. Now on the surface, the chain guard looks pretty straightforward. You go ahead and pull this bolt, go to the back, you pull this bolt, and you'd think it would come right off, but it doesn't. There is a little culprit back here. See that one? Really straightforward here. We're going to take our 10 millimeter socket on our ratchet and back this first bolt out. Let's get this out of the way. Again, it looks like there's, I think it's just a flat washer here, not a locking washer. Yeah, so just a flat washer. Let's see if I get it on camera. There we go. Just like that. Real straightforward. And then we're going to move on over to the back side here. And there's one more right here. And again, that's a 10 millimeter. So we can just pull this out as well. So this comes out real, real easy. And initially, you're going to think, again, that's just a nut and a washer. So we're going to keep that. And you'd think that you're home free. But you're not, because you have this real troublesome one here. So let's see if I can show you how to get at that. Now the trick is just to have an extension on your ratchet, and you're going to slide it right through here and attack this nut from here. All right. I tried to do this the first time with a wrench up in there, and it was brutal. It didn't even dawn on me to put an extension on the wrench. All right. So it'll come out. Luckily, the designers who put this together probably thought about this more than I did the first time I took it out. There you go. And now this chain guard is completely free. and we can pull that right out. Piece of cake. Once we're to this point, you can just grab it, pull it straight back, and that chain guard is off the bike. Piece of cake. This will actually sandblast up nice and clean, paint it, do whatever. I know some people powder coat this stuff too, whatever, but hey, this is just rusty gold. This will clean up just fine. And there you have it, getting the chain guard and the toolbox out, 7 bolts, 10 millimeter wrench, 10 millimeter socket, and you're good to go. All right, guys, this is a quick video, 7 bolts to pull those pieces off. I think that's going to do it for this one because you know where we're at right now? We're at engine removal time, and that's what we're going to tackle in the next set of videos, okay? Engine removal. We're going to get the bolts out, we're going to loosen it up, and we're actually going to pull this bad boy. Let's just get it out of here. We've been procrastinating long enough. Hope you found the video useful. If you did, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. Also, feel free to follow along on Instagram and Twitter. At BVMatson is the handle there. This thing's starting to get pretty stripped down. We're having a lot of fun. So see you in the next video where I think some pretty serious stuff is going to go down.